Welcome to ETH Daily, a daily briefing on the latest in Ethereum. Here's your latest for Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. The Ethereum Foundation publishes Ethereum protocol priorities for 2026. Base moves from the OP stack. OpenAI introduces EVM bench, and privacy pools add support for Bold. All this and more starts right after this message. Do you want to borrow against ETH at the lowest fixed rates in DeFi? Borrow at the current rate of 3.6% for ETH and 2.5% for RETH. Learn more at liquity.org. The Ethereum Foundation Protocol team published its 2026 priorities, focused on three strategic tracks: scale, improve UX, and harden the Layer 1. The scale track, led by Ansgar, Marius, and Raul, unifies Layer 1 execution scaling and Layer 2 blob and data availability efforts. The scale track focuses on raising gas limits, advancing enshrined PBS, and increasing blob capacity. The Improve User Experience track, led by Barnabé and Matt, centers on native account abstraction and interoperability. The goal of improving UX is to make smart contract wallets the default and enable seamless, trust-minimized interactions across Layer 2s. The newly introduced Harden the Layer 1 track, led by Frederic, Paratosh, and Thomas, focuses on safeguarding Ethereum's core values. The newly introduced Harden the Layer 1 track, led by Frederic, Paratosh, and Thomas, focuses on safeguarding Ethereum's core guarantees. Overall, the 2026 roadmap aims to scale aggressively while maintaining security, decentralization, and censorship resistance. Base Chain, the OP stack-based Layer 2 network by Coinbase, announced it is transitioning away from the OP stack to operate on its own consolidated infrastructure, coined the Unified Base Stack. The move shifts Base from Optimism's optimistic proof system towards validity-based proofs to enable faster finality. Base said it will remain a Stage 1 decentralized rollup and will expand its security council. The move aims to accelerate the frequency of high-impact upgrades and simplify the protocol to reduce technical complexity and external dependencies. Base will consolidate key infrastructure components, including the Base sequencer, into a single streamlined codebase. The change means that Optimism will lose its largest revenue contributor, as Base accounts for more than 75% of Superchain revenue. The migration will occur through a series of hard forks. No current action is required from users. OpenAI introduced EVM Bench, a benchmark created with Paradigm to measure how well AI agents can identify, fix, and exploit smart contract vulnerabilities. Built based on 120 high-severity issues across 40 audits, primarily from Code Arena audit competition, the benchmark evaluates agents in three models: detection, patching, and exploitation. The detection model screens known flaws in contract repositories. The patch model fixes the flaws without breaking functionality, and the exploit model runs end-to-end fund-draining attacks in a sandbox environment. OpenAI found that the agents currently perform best at exploitation, where objectives are explicit. And lastly, privacy pools. An on-chain privacy protocol on Ethereum launched support for Bold, the decentralized stablecoin by Liquity protocol. Integration brings privacy to the trustless Ethereum native stablecoin. Bold is fully backed by Ether and Ethereum liquid staking token collateral. Privacy pools allows users to deposit assets and later withdraw them to an unlinked address, leveraging zero-knowledge proofs to ensure deposits and withdrawals cannot be connected. Privacy pools recently surpassed $10 million in total deposits. In other news, Solidity releases version 0.8.34 addressing a high-severity bug. EtherFi migrates from Scroll to OP mainnet, and Balancer brings LBPs to Balancer v3. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories in Ethereum. You can support this podcast by subscribing and following us at ETH Daily. Also subscribe to our newsletter at ethdaily.io.